Jesus warns, sloth is a sin. Examine yourselves now and return to your first love. January 13th, 2023. Words from Jesus through Sister Clare, spoken by Jackie. The Lord keep you in His peace, Heartdwellers. Right now, the Lord is addressing laxness in serving Him. For some, it is the distractions in the world, Christmas and the holidays, and that kind of thing. But for others, it has its roots in unbelief, which the enemy has been sowing as a campaign against his vessels unto honor. Jesus began, Children, children, your unbelief is staggering. You do not understand that I truly am speaking to you, and all that I put in your heart to speak are life-giving words to souls who do not have this kind of relationship with me, which means most of the souls on this earth. Please understand and receive into your heart with complete faith. You have my words in your hearts and on your minds, especially for this critical time in history. The reason you have been so lax is that you do not believe your voice matters. You do not believe I'm really speaking through you, so you write it off as your own thoughts, something not worth broadcasting. Do you not know that this is a school for prophets? Each one of you has been called to prophecy and to feed my lambs. Each of you have something vitally important to nourish my lambs and sheep with. How can I convince you? All of you are slightly disconnected from me to a damaging degree. This is why I'm going back to basics and asking you to restore the early practices you have been taught. Claire as well has slipped back, and she needs this discipline just as much as you all do. Many people ridicule the idea of allowing the Holy Spirit to guide you when you pray and open a holy book or the Bible. They think it's childish, just too simple for their sophisticated minds. And I agree with that. Let those who have scorn and contempt for these methods continue to live by their own wits and opinions. But you, my called and anointed vessels unto honor, you live by faith and childlike simplicity, as I've taught you. Part of your laziness comes from unbelief that Satan's messengers have planted in your heads in order to cause you not to believe in your prophetic calling. Why would he bother with you if you were useless and not hearing from me? The answer is simple. He would not bother with you if you were not a direct threat to his kingdom of darkness, stealing souls from him. You are of utmost importance in this time and place. You are sowing seeds of salvation and drawing all men to me. You give others a reason for suffering in their lives. You bring them to the cross and explain to them that as little Christs, their suffering is powerful and has an important reason behind it. They are not being taught this in the modern church, so they become despondent, embittered and hopeless. Knowing that their suffering is not in vain gives them fresh hope and a sense of empowerment. They are used to being taught that they suffer because they are failures. Do you see how destructive that is? That is why you struggle with unbelief, for you too have been formed by those same lies. It is very important for you to know that sloth is a sin and can even become a sin unto death of the soul, a mortal sin. It deprives you and others of life. What I've given you, you will have to account for on that day. You will be asked to show the fruit from all the gifts I gave you. Woe to those who have nothing to show for all the graces bestowed on them. Those who wasted the gifts they were given will be thrown outside where there is wailing and gnashing of teeth. They will not hear, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into your master's joy." I'm asking you right now in this very moment to take a hard look at yourself and where slothful behavior can take you. Sloth unto the death of the soul will cause you to lose heaven as your eternal reward. I'm speaking to you most seriously because your state is dangerous, not just to those you should have fed, but to your own eternal salvation. You would be shocked to know how many high-profile Christians have been condemned to hell. They misused graces and fed themselves off the flock, rather than feeding them faithfully. They could talk a convincing walk, but within they were dead and filled with dead men's bones. Do not allow yourselves to go in that direction. Take stock now, look in my mirror, and ask me to show you the state of your soul. And by the way, the Lord said that the day is coming soon when we will all see the state of our souls. All of this I'm saying to spur you on. I'm speaking through this broken pencil, so take heed. These are serious warnings to those of you who are living off the fat of the lambs and letting them go without care. Step up, beloved ones, step up. Come back to your first love and faithfully serve Him with all your hearts. I will give you every advantage to returning your hearts to me, if only you will correspond and not waste those graces. I am for you, not against you. I love you and have only your salvation and best interests at heart. So please respond in a way that demonstrates you are still alive, loving me with your whole heart.